but I got like a little bit past. I'll run you through it. Basically, the girl Maya or whatever, she's a big fan of this cartoon named Steel Samurai, and apparently they accused the person who acted in it, who acted the Steel Samurai, of murder of an actual villain in the show.
Martin, tell me to open beta is free.
Oh, so you can download it?
Huh?
You can
Yeah,
download
I'm
it?
downloading it right now.
But, and, well, basically, that's all you gotta know. And I went to, where they film it, and, talk, the investigation.
Are you able to Modern Warfare 2 right now? And like,
No. You can only download the beta. What'd you say, Max? So how is your investigation? Yuck. Maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right, so detective mind, if I take a look at what you got, what I got, the autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time.
What do you have to say to being accused of murder?
I said, objection, you're retarded. Time of death at 10:15. Why?
Jack's autopsy. You achieved. You got his autopsy today, okay?
Okay, Dalton, can you like,
Today.
be a little quieter? What'd you say, Max?
I started laughing because the woman, like whenever you accuse the woman or whatever, she had like a mental breakdown, like stop accusing me.
Yeah, people just like are dumb in this game. That's funny. This game actually, the trilogy, like for all the bundles of the game, came out in 2014. The first game came out in like 2001. Studio 1. The victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30 p.m. and that person was none other than Will Powers. You think I'm lying? Asked the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. Huh, are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable information. Give me it. What kind of evidence? Well, that or photo. A photo of the Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no. Nikki has evidence we're finished. Funny, don't look so happy when you say that. Would like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go whenever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. Ha ha ha. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Bet, gangy. Nick, look, that security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough so she doesn't need teeth to chew them.
Impression, you like my new barking impression?
Yeah. Hey you, well, are you satisfied with Powers is guilty yet? She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, man? Oh, that? I thought it'd be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see? This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go, you pass by my station first. Now poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. Murder happened at right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen to go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. Security camera got a good look at him too. If he's not the one what if he's not the one what did it, I don't know who is.
Dang.
Does that mean if he's not the one that did it? I think they typoed.
I messed up.
Maybe it was you. Yeah, haha. Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was past tense. Oh yes, he has the bearded samurai. Oh yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Thinking a star like him play the evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera, yes, the camera. It's automatic, it can tell when someone walks to the gate. Then it snaps a photo. Apparently it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I won't bother myself with those details. I just feel the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before I go home too. What I got? Guide map and that.
Oh my gosh, man, this stupid.
Max, did you ever download this game?
No, I meant it.
It's only like 2 gigabytes.
Download it, could not find it.
You couldn't find it.
I forgot the name.
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Okay.
Okay, it's useless. Let's move. I'm not just gonna go there. Let's go here again. I want to examine. The camera shoot. Okay, wait, what is the camera ID number? There's a number ST1307. ST1307. Oh, I'll still be a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a rest here. Hey, don't be mean to the detective. He's a goat. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They started letting people in on the days they aren't filming.
There we go.
Oh, about this place. You can always quit being a detective and work here. Yeah, what a perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Oh, what is this? Studio mascot, I guess it's a monkey of some kind. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Alright, Studio 1 left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. They took that tree down with it too. Oh, I see that. Right there. Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? There's like a tree fell down over the path, I guess. That was kind of dangerous, you should stay out of. Well, there's nothing down there anyways. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now though. Huh, I feel like there's gonna be some evidence in there then. Entrance to Studio 1, this is the studio where they found the body. Let's go in and check it out. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in this. Sounds like a rebirth to me, motherfucker. Employee area. Why?
Dude, my teammate hit the ball into the ball.
Yeah. Sounds like you need to be carried. October 16th, Global Studios Employee Area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind the scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Wolf. There's Power's dressing room. No wonder no one's here this soon. After the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Examine. These look like towels or something. Make sure to look at those thoroughly. That's his name. Okay, I knew that. Window, maybe a window to the glass is frosted. What the fuck is it? We're in October. Why is it that cold? Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, that's so normal. Expecting some cool themed snacks or something popcorn at least. Wait, look, samurai soda. These first. Then cool over there. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus a steak. T-bone steak, that would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. You know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? I'm assuming we go in. The door to the dressing room, it's not locked. Let's take a look inside. I do agree, we should probably check it out. The dressing room. Okay, October 16th. Dressing room. Powers are dressing room, so this is where he was sleeping, or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Examine. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. Yeah, but maybe he forgot the time he woke up or something. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. Because it's kind of dusty outside. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. What? It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes.
Between us, I don't know for sure. There's a icy.
What? I'd say you were already wearing one myself. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must have given these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. I'm hungry. You just had a burger. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice. It's in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Try this on. Yeah. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I am kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. Why does man got tissues in here? Alright, let's see what's in the bag. Let me Power's bag. Hey, to open that. Look, an empty employee key card. Them 3 powers. Actually, we need that to go into Studio 1. Let's take it. Wait, that in my eyes kind of like proves innocence there. If he didn't have his card on him, how the fuck did he get into Studio 1? Where the murder took place. Borrow it, I mean, borrow it.
I see your perfect.
Anything else? I wonder what else is inside to stop that.
Try, thank you.
I think that's it. Move, employee area, move, studio main gate. It opened. Alright, we're in. She's not too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Move. Inside Studio 1. October 16th. Studio 1. What is it? You're all quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shit? A few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. What if it's fake? It was a fake body and they just fell for it somehow.
We have to get
Chair. Hey look, that's the chair the director sits in. I was wanting to sit in one of these. Look at that. Black and white boards that clap. A megaphone, a real live megaphone. Ready? This girl's more troubled than I thought. Look, a ladder. It's a step ladder, so what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions. Right, sorry. This girl's out there. Camera? Wow, look at that camera. It must cost a ton. Yes, I don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey you, no touching that. I'm sorry, my partner knows. Yeah, no, I don't know. Who are ya? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're Will Powers people. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Anything else we can examine? Look, this cameras must have cost a ton, so don't touch it. Well, it's everything else that. Of course, it's background, we get it. Anything else? Anything else? That? What's this? That's for reflecting light. Very cool. Alright, the day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day. No? Yes, there was only rehearsal for an action sequence. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1 when I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Fair enough. Do you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it says private. What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure a fine girl, I'm sorry. What the fuck does that mean? So much for getting confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha, that's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I didn't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. She is a fortune teller. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't the security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. So it's the security lady, that bitch. I knew she committed the murder. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. I think it helps a lot. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Yeah, her. They sent someone other than them crew or whatever. I think doesn't cut anyone as testimony. True. Nick, what about that security lady? Okay. Yeah.
Do you count money?
No.
Why?
Um.
Why don't you count money?
Because money is easily countable and I don't need to count it.
Just say why you count money.
What, you're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw a suspicious look on your face. I want to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers is the only one to get through here between this times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were watching the whole time? Who was it? Who told you that? There's question me. Eek. You better tell me, you spiky haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her, she's not even a full-time employee. Why you youngins are like that? Jesus Christ, I can't read! Jesus! Jesus! Fair enough.
Yes, yes, 3-5.
Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. True! Let's check a peek. The computer that runs the studio cameras. Maybe we can see a photo of the powers on this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try this computer? Try it, yeah. Let's give it a try, you know? How to work these things. Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. I see. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Placed the number of the security camera. Is ST1... Fuck, which one was it? I think it was 307. There, entered. Hey, I printed out the data for that day. So what we got? Who the fuck that? Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he's the one who always wears that suit. Guess I saw the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. October 15th, 2 p.m. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one in the computer. That's definitely not Powers.
And one. Thank you. And
Yeah, of course.
never see it now. There we go.
I think this was what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. I doubt it. I just think she might be a culprit. Same way pink hair lady was in 2. October 18th at 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. We're now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will share the court at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th. The defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed a fellow actor, Jack Hammer, in Studio 1 of a global studio. Said it's impossible for anyone else to have committed this crime. The evidence presented during the trial all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I'd like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call us first witness. We all call most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Giga chat. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir, I'll explain with the guide map here. Just in this case, it's important the layout of the studios, you see. This here is the employee area. The actors did a run through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security guard who works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on the day. Past the security gate, there's a gate. Past the security station, there's a gate. Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. On the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, the defendant with Powers, a young woman and the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. After lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. And jump ahead later that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to the studio to perform a rehearsal. Just to say the rehearsal was cancelled. Because Bro got bodied. The time of the death was 2:30. The samurai spear lodged into the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Or should I listen to the whole thing again? Skip it. I heard it. I think I can probably remember that. The murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. The murder spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Alright. Will the witness declare her name? Why aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please? Oh dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please? Seems that Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag. So just call me Grandma. I can't read this. I can't read it. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part. Perhaps we get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, say. Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff. You may begin your testimony. Sure is one hell of an old bag. Alright, let's see what you gotta say. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest been doing a run through since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyways, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Well, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. His power was coming right there. He was heading towards the studio. Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Okay, I want to press one thing I saw. What was she doing? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? Did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way, anyways. Always watch Hammer run through, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too. I could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyways, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, when the murder happened at 2:30, right? So maybe because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there. He's heading toward the studio. I would like to present this. Let me get this straight, old bag, or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? We're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Alright, let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai Defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course, didn't Mama teach you any sense? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. Sure, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. Having trouble calling your old bag. However, you do not have proof that the person in the photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Humph, nosy old man. Where's that proof? What? Huh? Even Edward's in surprise. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all your information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyways, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good evidence. He didn't even give it a second look. Yeah, I wonder why. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edward speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then.
And they get to rip around.
Okay. I'll never say anything, don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props, it was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. See he's dragging his leg, see clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy. If he sprained his ankle. If he fucking sprained his ankle, he'd be injured right now.
You know what?
Oh, he didn't sprain his fucking ankle? Trip and fall. Isn't the think you're supposed to be the Steel Samurai? What a laugh. So Power sprained his ankle. I helped to make it better for him, of course. You helped to make it better. I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Power's ankle. Make it 10-year testimony. He broke a prop? Sure did, his own samurai spear. His samurai spear, the murder weapon? Luckily I was there with the duct tape to fix it. It strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear updated. The murder weapon, a break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? There's one thing that bothers me, which is, where is the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure? If I object, what do I have to object? I'll wait and see what happens.
Imagine you're sending, like, imagine the person you're defending is actually guilty of it and you just defended them.
Well, if the defendant is inside that costume, I see no problem with this evidence. Let's proceed there, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw get to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did this. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I got it on sale. Right now it's 30, I believe.
Jesus Christ. No, for what, 20 years?
Yeah.
Hell no.
It's on GameCube. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Yeah. Nobody's suspicious looking, right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? I mean before 1 p.m.? Everyone was in the employee area before then. And unlocked the main gate, so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. You want to go into the studio? Had to pass by the witness. Yeah, sure. That's right. You let him have it, edgy boy. Well, Lindbergh sure has balls, or well, you know what I mean. that matter entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. I mean, I guess I question that. How do you know that? See, after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything. Detective Gumshoe shares a fellow officer for donuts. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. I mean, what do I? Convenient. Something for you to look forward to. Gumshoe. This was. Alright. I mean, I guess I just. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photograph has been taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't have a head. Didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. The very computer can print it out the photo. Note that on the back of the photo, I printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m. of photo 2. What happened to photo 1? Even though I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. Actually, I knew that too. The issue is here is a bit thin where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2. The computer only held data for one photo on the day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it was really the only photo? Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's all I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went to the studio the other day. If there's only data for one of these photos, who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access to security like yourself. You watch your mouth, Whisper Snapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. The camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate other than the Still Samurai? Or, well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Alright, let's see. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computers and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it, I remember throwing out one photo that day. This old bag. This is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this is a turn for the... Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Damn it, Maya, you're no help, Maya. I hate you.
Another job. I'll try to check out the people that pass by the main gate all day. I'll consider every single picture it takes. Idea of the backup. Well, they keep telling me to, yes, but those computers are just so frustrating. Where does she throw them out at? I exactly determine what isn't suspicious looking. Well, you can tell by the looks on their faces, for the most part. For the most part. There's a murder trial in this old bag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Where'd the photo go? Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy? Fanboy? Still Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One day was there that day. Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gates and no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. What the fuck? People are just sneaking through there? The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks.
You're telling me that they've been sneaking into a private property through a drain and they haven't fixed it?
Yeah, they just don't give a fuck that they're there? Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids. Saw my photo that you erased. It was a boy, probably second or third grade. What? Damn. Order. Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a still samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in the second or third grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. What do you mean? A boy in second or third grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, that boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take 5 minutes recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider the new information. And they're forgetting vital information this time. Mr. Powers, yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room or you didn't go to the studio? If I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping. Honest. So who is the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of that dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does that leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. What are we gonna do? First we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably have done this. Alright, and it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. It's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Yeah, I don't... It wouldn't make sense to blame the children. But the only person I could think of to blame is maybe the assistant. Yeah.
Get the photo from whoever she threw it away.
I feel like I might have to blame the assistant. Will you present the prosecution's thought on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The person we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty of the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claims. There's another person who could have committed this crime. Order, interesting. Let's hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough already. So who is the person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? Great, okay, damn it, these are all tough. Cause I don't think it could be the grade school boy. That just wouldn't make sense. That would suck. Literally, they don't even reach where the fucking stab mark would be. The assistant girl would be an easy target to leech on to, because there's not enough information on her. The security lady, I feel like it will end up fucking me over. I feel like she's an easy accusation, because she's like really crazy, but I feel like it's not enough evidence, and she kind of like gave away her testimony. And people kind of believe it, so I would probably say the assistant girl. I'm going with it. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it and doing so she became the Steel Samurai. They're saying the Steel Samurai in this picture is really the assistant. That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injuries? What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai's walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from under.
We have no proof that she didn't get injured.
Yeah, there's literally no proof. But whatever. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. May we move on, Mr. Wright? This fight isn't over yet, Your Honor. One more chance. Very well, go ahead. The security lady, then. Because she knows. It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag. The Steel Samurai dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There's only one person other than the Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security. Order, is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag. This Mrs. Oldbag, do you? Mrs. Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself, in other words. She has no alibi. I mean, it made sense to accuse the person that has nothing against her. Like, she literally was there. She didn't have to pass by if she was already in Studio 1, per se. Plus, there's no evidence that in the first photo that actually was a kid. That could have been her.
But why did she erase the second photo if she knew?
What do you mean?
She could have erased all data of anyone entering or exiting.
Because that would make her suspicious. Because the camera takes photos.
Yeah.
That would make her suspicious. So why would she get rid of photos?
I would have done it.
And you're just kind of like throwing yourself out
I would
there.
have said, oh, well, the assistant girl did it.
Just slipped into the Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in this costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see excellent detective reasoning. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so y'all think I did it. Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. I'm gonna give her a break. I'm gonna give her a break since nothing's happening. There's no objections. For now, it's fine. Funny, I feel bad for her all of a sudden. It's true that the witness could have conceivably have committed this crime. We must not forget the victim was an action hero. As formidable as her personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough. If he removes her from consideration, that means Mr. Powers is it. Sorry, Winbag, but I don't have a choice. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed, that did it. Now Windbag is the one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait a minute. What about the other person who went in the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, wasn't it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. But how could you be so sure? Or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day? Whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof, indeed. Let's see this proof. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder. The key card, right? Because the boys would need a key card to enter Studio 1. Or do I show them dragging the leg? A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. I think key card. The scene of the murder, as we all know, is Studio 1. However, you need a key card to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studio have a key card? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has gotta be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for the day. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. And the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Nice. We stalled. Wait a second. I'm not just gonna sit here and while you run off barking up the wrong tree. I'm talking. Oh great, stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Soulbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? I mean, it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Not again. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. I said that had nothing to do with it, see? They told me that just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. If you're going to accuse me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag. This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? And you've been listening? They told me to shut my trap. And I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the Tower of Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Okay. For one, there were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder, too. Well, the director, the producer for starters. The director. We should have known something was fishy. Look, if they've done a run-through of their action scene without a director. Of course. That's why I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning. They joined the producer around lunchtime. They had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... I mean, I don't think I really need to, but I guess I will. So that had nothing to do with it. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. Silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you get your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have. Alright, we'll take a break then. Your Honor, we've learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Miss Powers. And the court acknowledges the defense's point. Prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag. More information about the other people we've just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day of proceedings and the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Fucking finally, Jesus. October 18, District Court. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Well, really, it's nothing, Grin. Or should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We'll have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I. Yeah, no, look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take pressure off of Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag, I feel kind of sorry for her. Wish I wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Kills you down. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks, guys. To be continued. Alright, I think I might. Oh, actually, I'm kind of tired, I ain't gonna lie. Hello?
Yeah.
You
Um,
there?
yeah.
Oh.
Um, so, I think I want to lay down.
Okay. And
I'm
go to
tired,
sleep.
I'll continue this tomorrow.
Okay.
Or the day after, I don't know. Probably tomorrow though, like late tomorrow.